Folks, this is our third day on the water tee, establishing the back pile. Yesterday I actually stopped her once or twice to see if she could tread water, and she did great. I do have a couple bumpers over to the right side. I don't know if we'll make it that far today, but we're going to try to. But we've established our back pile. We finished all our land stuff to get to here. We finished the double T, running the 4 back pile and the 9-point, and she did great. It's been about 40 days since she started the force fetch, and it's unbelievable how well and how fast she's progressed and how much she just loves to train. And it's all about keeping your dog's tempo up, making sure everything's good. And I mean, and keep in mind, this little gal is under 9 months old. I mean, she's fixing the, I mean, I've literally only been actually training her from the very beginning of basic obedience. I've got here, sit. I've got just probably less than 60 days in her, or thereabouts. So, I mean, her progression has been extremely good. Well above what most dogs do. Well above what most of all my dogs have done. Here, heel. Now, we started this tee, sit. We started this tee, we were a lot closer to the water's edge. But I've backed her up, and this is going to be the first time she hits this water from the distance. So if she messes up, I'm moving up closer. We're going to make it simple. Simplify, simplify, simplify. Here, sit. Heel. Sit. Good girl. Here. No. No. Here. Sit. Dead bird. No. No. Dead bird. Back! Over. Now you can't ask for any better than that. Little gal's got a lot of drive. Whole lot of drive. Now I'm fixing to stop her. Well, no, I tell you what. I'm not going to stop her this time. I'm going to let her go all the way across, pick up that bumper, get it pretty well clean. This next time she shouldn't do that little bit of junk right there. And that's my fault, because yesterday afternoon we got done, I threw some marks over there. So, young dog, that's what you're going to have happen. Something else, when I first start throwing marks, I teach them. I mean, I don't mind getting wet. You're going to get wet if you're a dog trainer. Here, heel, sit. I want them to sit, hold, give me that bumper. I don't want them shaking. Sit until I get away. Sit. Good girl. Sit. Sit. Shake it off. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, here, heel, sit. Back. 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 I gave her a few nicks to get to the water's edge, to get off the land. Get in there. Get wet. Now, this time I'm fixing to stop her. I'm going to give her a right back. Back. You can't beat that. Good gosh. You can't beat that with any type of stick. You know, a lot of people, when they go from the land to the water, they have a lot of issues. And I firmly believe it's because you really haven't finished everything you should on the land. You should make sure that that dog is running the tee on the land, the double tee, as well as possible before you go to the water. Back! I applied quite a bit of pressure then to the water because I want her to know, get in that water when I say back. Now this time, I've got a couple bumpers over to the right. I'm going to cast her to them and see if I can get her to carry. Here, heel, sit, back. Let's stop her and see what happens. Over. You can't ask for any better than that. I want you to keep in mind, when I established this pile, I went over there, that's a clean bank, and I started with my bumpers on the edge of that bank over there. So she could see them, you know, even though it's 70 yards across there, she could see them. And then when I casted her, it was easier for her to line up and go. But I started moving them up in the grass and further up in the bank, and it makes, that way she doesn't have anything to look at. Now if your dog gets a little funky, put them back on the edge. Get it running good before you move on. Give it, sit. Shake it off. All right, that's what I'm talking about. Sit. Sit first. Bye. Here, good girl. Good girl, good girl. Remember, when she gets up here, I'm going to make her sit, hold that bumper, take it away from her, step away, command to shake. Sit, sit, shake, shake. All right. If you do that every time, I promise you, they'll learn that so easy, it's not even funny. Here, here, sit, good dog. One more time. Sit. Dead bird. Back. Back. We're going to do a little casting now. Go right back, left back. Back. Perfect. I'm fixing to hit her again with that whistle. Back! Why you see me hesitating is I want to make sure, the reason I hesitate, that she treads water. She's learning how to tread water. I'm going to stop her right on the edge of the bank. Back! Folks, you can't beat that with no kind of stick. No kind of stick whatsoever. Once again, we're going to stop her, make her sit, line up perfectly. Here, sit. Get it. Make her wait for the command. Shake it off. All right, good girl. You got that down, ain't you? All right. Here, here, here. Come on, get that bird. I'm telling you right now that if you will take your time on the land, make sure that everything on the land, sit. Make sure that everything on the land T, the double T, is doing perfect. She's got every cast down. You've casted her for 4 or 5 days and haven't had a miscast. Even double stopped her on your overs, double stopped her on your back, cast her to your over pile, stop her right before she gets to it, make her go all the way back over to your right ones. Do that on your front piles, your back piles, your angle backs, and your middle ones. And I promise you, if your dog can run that clean, when you move the water, your headaches will be a lot less. Guaranteed.